I don't usually do reviews of products on this channel, but somebody sent me a proposal, and I was there like, that's actually kind of interesting. I hadn't thought about that before, and it is actually something that can really help you save money on your energy at home. It can help you out in a lot of interesting use cases. It's something I haven't really heard preparedness channels talk about before. Let's talk about it, friends, because this is an interesting device. It's super easy to use. It plugs into your smartphone, and it is a thermal camera. And as I started thinking through the use cases here, they just kind of kept multiplying. So if you have any of these problems, you might want to pay attention. Do you potentially ever have water leaks? Is it possible that you could have termites in your home? Maybe not now, but at some point. You might have to help a loved one who may have health issues, circulation issues. Search and rescue. You may want to catch your pets who are getting on top of the furniture. You want to catch them in the act, but they keep always jumping down just before you get home. What about you want to check your electrical panel downstairs? You want to make sure that you're not using up too much electricity on certain things. You want to check the efficiency of different devices or appliances. You want to quickly check wires for any issues behind your walls. If any of these things sound like, that might actually be useful. Do you have like a water tank or some other kind of tank full of stuff that you're like, you can't see into it very conveniently to see how full it is? Do you ever wonder about checking the insulation in your home to see if there are windows that are just letting heat through or letting cool through? All of these different applications are things that a small thermal camera, which is relatively inexpensive. If you get like the bigger, more powerful ones, you're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. That's not what we're talking about here. This is Thermal Master. They sent me this device to review, and I got some videos of it in action. Real nice little box and everything like that, but of course we don't buy it for the box. But in there comes the thermal camera. Now, this is the P2 Pro, because I have an iPhone. I have one of the newest iPhones out there. If you have an Android, it actually works even better because you can use the P2, which is the second smallest thermal camera. And this P2 Pro is the smallest thermal camera out there on the market. So, as you can see here, it has the iPhone connection down there, the Lightning connection. And then they have an adapter to take it up to a USB-C for the newest ones. But that's what it looks like. So you just you take it and you just pop it right on your phone. Or in this case, I need to put the adapter on. Get the adapter on, and then just stick it into the phone. And then it's got an app that goes with it. And that camera will give you images like this. And you can see that you can set it up so that you got the red and everything like that. You can set it up so that you get more of a grayscale, whatever's most convenient to you. I think a lot of us are more used to the reds and the blues and everything like that. But super tiny. These things end up being, with the $50 discount that they have on their website, the P2 ends up being, it's $250 with the discount, I believe, down to $200. The P2 Pro is $300 with the discount. $50 gets down to $250. So super useful tool. Like I said, use cases. You can go up to your panel, your electrical panel, and you can see, as you can see right now, you can see certain circuits are in use. right there, you can see that I have my washer on right now, and you can see that those circuits are active because they're throwing off a whole bunch of heat. This is something where you can see very easily what circuits are drawing a lot of power just at a glance. You can look at appliances and you can see how well they're doing, how much heat they're throwing off. Heat is generally going to be inefficiency when it comes to appliances. Now, with a refrigeration unit, obviously it's designed to throw off heat so that it can then have cold on the inside. You can check your HVAC performance. You can check all along the insulated pipes to see where there may be air leaks. You can see where there needs to be some more insulation to make it a little more efficient. You can check your outdoor heat pumps. You can check your your exchanges. You can see how much heat is coming out of different vents in a way that you can quantify how much energy is coming out. That's one of the neat things about this is in the app. Now, it's kind of hard to do that with the recording mode on, but you can designate areas and want to see the average temperature for that area. You can set points, and it will tell you the temperature of those points. Now, this thing goes up to 1,112 degrees Fahrenheit, and it goes down just a little bit below freezing. And this is 1.5 degrees Celsius plus or minus accuracy. So you're going to be within like 4 or 5 degrees Fahrenheit of the temperature. That's basically each pixel is going to have that type of accuracy is my understanding of how that works. With this little device that you can easily slip into your pocket, and you pop it on your phone, open up the app, and boom, there you are looking at thermal. Now, what can you use this for? I kind of already gave you a few of these. Thermal can see through smoke, so that's something that you can't really see very well through smoke, but thermal can. If you're outdoors and it's really foggy, that can help with that. But even just when you have a relatively cold night or outside, the temperatures are relatively low, somebody with a heat signature or an animal with a heat signature is going to light up. That's why military applications and others use thermal for search and rescue and for hunting fugitives and such, because it really a person on thermal shows up really, really easily. So that can be useful for you if you're looking out your back porch trying to find your dog. Like, what's my dog up to? Where is my dog? What's going on with that? You pop that on and look out there. Now, because it's so small and because it doesn't have lenses and everything like that attached to it, you need to understand that you're not buying a several $1,000 thermal camera. This is the type of thing that if you want a lot of the use cases, but without having to pay the premium dollar amounts and such, you're getting something that's a relatively basic model, a lower level model for an affordable price that you can do a lot of the stuff with. You just won't get as much of the detailed pixelation and stuff like that that you're looking for. So if you're looking to go do search and rescue out in the dark, in the woods, this is probably not the model that you're looking for. You're probably going to need something a little more expensive. But if you're just kind of using this around your home and you want the application of like checking for termites, if you want to check for electrical issues in your walls, damaged electrical connections, if you're looking for overheated components, whether you're looking in your car or whether you're looking in other type of machinery, and you're looking for areas that may have a little bit too high of friction, or you're concerned that certain areas of the engine are overheating, or perhaps you're looking at a person and you have all sorts of medical stuff. But one of the things that you can do is you can pop a thermometer in their mouth or other parts of their body, or you can use a thermal camera if you're looking for circulation, because a thermometer is not going to help you see what areas of the body are getting circulation or not. If you're having issues with somebody having issues with circulation in their feet, a thermal camera can help you actually measure that, not just guess. That's why in the medical industry they use thermal cameras to check circulation. They can also check skin temperatures. And now that's not the best way to check somebody's temperature, but there are uses for that. Not only that, but let's say you have listening devices. Someone's spying on you. Listening devices or hidden cameras, and you're checking for that in your home or your hotel room. Well, those devices have a tendency to put off a little bit of heat because they use electricity. Pop your thermal camera on, and you can scan a room for listening devices or hidden cameras. I mean, that's probably not like the most useful thing you're going to use it for. Maybe it is. But you'll be able to scan a room or scan your house and look for those type of spy devices. Like I mentioned, you go to an electrical panel, you can quickly see what circuits are in use, and you can verify that all the circuits are off. I mean, you want to make sure power shut off before you operate on anything. Or you just maybe there isn't anything that should be drawing a lot of power, but that will show you that maybe there's a short, or maybe there's you're losing power for some reason. If you want to check your home for your home's insulation, right? You want to see where you're losing heat or where the heat is getting into your house. You're paying a lot on your electrical bills. You're paying a lot for air conditioning. You're paying a lot for heating. Well, maybe it's good to see where the drafts are coming in. Where in your house are you losing that heat or losing the cool from your home? You might want to patch up that area with insulation. How effective are your windows? You can check that with a thermal camera. You can also detect water leaks behind your walls. Ever think about that? Water is a different temperature. So if there's a water leak or you got moisture in your walls, that's going to show up on the thermal camera. I mentioned this before, what happens if you have a water tank that it's kind of hard to see where the level is? Well, you pop this on your phone, point it right at the tank, and the tank, if it's filled with liquid like water, or even grain or something like that, the temperature is going to show up a difference on the outside of the tank, so you can see how full it is. Save you some time, right? Like I said, this is not like a magic bullet to give you superpowers. If you want night vision goggles, you need to go buy night vision goggles. But this has a lot of uses around the home. If your pets are always on the couches and you need to catch them, were they really on the couch or not? You come home, you pop the thermal camera on, and you can see where the pets have been. Okay? And maybe you're looking for animals that aren't your pets. Maybe you got some possums or critters that are getting into your walls or getting into places they shouldn't be, and you want to see where they are. You got some dark nooks and crannies, and you're like, is this where they're holing up? Well, with a thermal camera, not only can you see them, but you can also see where they just were. So if they're nesting somewhere in your house or in your attic or something like that, you can spot them or where they were relatively easy. In addition to that, what about you have hot water that comes out of your hot water heater and it goes up into all areas of your house? You can track those hot water lines very easily with this, and you can detect any leaks, as well as you can check where it's really lit up. You may want to put some insulation on those hot water pipes in order to keep that hot water hot. So if you have solar panels, you can inspect your solar panels with the thermal cameras as well. So there's just so many different uses for this, and these are just the ones I came up with. If you're working on your vehicle, thermal cameras can help you look at your vehicle. So these are just the ones I came up with and ones I did a little bit of an internet search for. But there are hundreds and hundreds more use cases, and you guys all have specific applications that you may need them for at your home. So you pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for your smartphone. You pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for tools. This, friends, is a tool for your home. If you have a homestead, if you have machinery, if you have concerns about your HVAC or insulation in your home, this may be a tool that saves you money. So, if that's the case, check out the pinned comment down below. I have a couple of links going over there. Just make sure you get the right one. If you have a Apple smartphone, make sure you get the iOS one. If you have an Android, you can get the Android one. The Android one's a little cheaper, but you know, they also have the one for the Apple phones or the iPhones, so you can check those out too. These don't also have to go into a smartphone. They can also hook up to laptops. They can hook up to like tablets. So just make sure you have the right connections for them, but you can use them for other things as well. All right, friends. If that was helpful at all, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you want to go check out Thermal Master, check out their website and get some more information. I believe you can also request more information if you have any questions for them about those things. All right, friends, hopefully this was a helpful video to you all. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to go straight over to Thermal Master, I'll put a link right there on the screen for the Android version. And if you go there, you can just move over to the iOS one. You just look for the P2 Pro if you're looking for that one. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar, The Poplar Report, out.